Hello everybody, Sam here with Thermo Cosplay, and today I am going to be using Apoxie Sculpt for the first time. I've got some Neodymium Magnets. I've got a whole bunch of things to walk you guys through. So I have a whole setup down here that I'm going to show off to all of you, and we're going to be sculpting. I have never used Apoxie Sculpt before, so if this fails, I have foam clay and I'm ready to move on with that. But I just wanted to say hello, welcome to the stream, welcome to Saturday, and I'm going to start adding my other cameras that I have set up here to show you all the stuff that I'm going to be working with today, along with my inspiration photos. So let's go ahead and start getting all these other cameras shared. All right, we got this cam shared here. I'm not sure if you guys could hear me, so sharing this, and then why isn't it not letting me share my screen? Here we go, but I want this one to be the main one. Why you hate me? It's okay, we'll figure it out, guys. I'm apparently not good at this. All right, we're just gonna real fast turn off the creative cam. I'm just gonna show you my inspiration is Tamatoa here. So I wasn't sure if you guys could hear me before when I removed my mic. If you could, please let me know. It said that you could. I'm gonna go to Facebook and see if you guys can still hear me when I have my mic off, because why not? Why not check? Before we get started and I do all these things, I'm going to test this out. So I'm going to add this to the stream. Okay, so you guys can't hear me whenever I turn Tamatoa on. So I'm going to remove my creative stream, show you my inspiration. Tamatoa is my inspiration. And then I'm going to remove Tamatoa. Sorry, Tamatoa. Bye. Gonna miss you. I miss you so much. And then we're going to try this. Yeah, there was no sound when I switched, so I learned. But we are making Tamatoa's antenna. So I just wanted to show you the photo that I'm using as reference. Bye, Tamatoa. All right, now, hey, don't mind me while I play with my screens. Playing with my screens. Okay. This is fun. Figure it out. All right. So now I am going to start sculpting. We'll go ahead and this one. There we go. I'm assuming you guys can still hear me. Yes. You can still hear me. Yay. Okay, so what we're doing is I've got a whole little collection of things here. I should move my, there. So I have the Cosbond band, and that's what I'm going to be using after I've sculpted with these. I've got the Apoxie Sculpt right here. And then I also have Neodymium Magnets. Hello, Sean. Thank you for joining the stream. And at least you guys can still hear me, even though I've disappeared. But if you prefer to see me while I'm sculpting, please let me know. I can just go ahead and switch layouts and you can see both the sculpting and that. But for now, I'm just going to show this. But I have neodymium magnets here, and then I have gloves because Apoxie Sculpt should never be used with bare hands. And then I have tinfoil, and I'll explain the tinfoil. But I wanted to make sure that before I went ahead and, before I went ahead and started using the magnets, that these would actually attach to my headband for Cosbond, because that is going to be underneath my head. This is fun. Trying to open a plastic bag. Apparently I'm bad at that. I guess I'm bad at opening plastic bags. All right, lesson learned. It's fine. So I have neodymium magnets here. The Cosband comes with them, but I already collect neodymium magnets. I'm not going to get this too close to my phone because that's just not a good idea. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm still around. So I have a bunch of these little guys, and I wanted to make sure that they stuck to the Cosband. And they do really, oh gosh, so well that I'm not. Okay, cool, sweet, no problem. The Cosband works. All right. Then let's go ahead and close that up, and we can get to sculpting. So I have never used, whatever you want to, I have not used Apoxie Sculpt before, but the directions say that I am supposed to wear disposable gloves, which I have right here, and that I'm supposed to mix it for about 5 minutes and then let it rest for a little bit. And while it's resting, I'm going to make the little base out of the tin foil. So I'm making the antenna for Tamatoa, which I forgot to do when I made the whole costume. Oops. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with mixing this Apoxie Sculpt. Apparently it is it a 1-to-1 ratio? Equal parts A and B. Cool. Perfect. So let's get my gloves on. Hope you all are having a good Saturday. I will start some music soon. Let's get some music going, huh? Let's shuffle play. Are you gonna play music? Come on, you know you want to play. There we go. I got some music going now. All right, guys. Let's get to sculpting. I am going to go into solo mode. So let me go into solo mode. Oops. This is the trouble with having the keyboard so far away. Ow. There we go. But yeah. Uh-oh. Is this supposed to look like that? I have no idea. I guess so. You guys can tell me if it's supposed to look like that. It doesn't have an expiration date, so yeah, the whole thing looks weird, so I guess that's what it looks like. Nope. I think this might be old. Or it got exposed to something. Or maybe it's like that. Have your first experience with Bondo? Oh, I hate Bondo so much. So more power to you for actually being willing to use it, because I can't stand Bondo. Oh, this stuff is weird. Apparently, this Apoxie Sculpt, some of it's set funny, but it's working out fine. So I'll just Let it be its gross self. This stuff looks so weird, guys. Like, at least it doesn't smell and it doesn't have any toxic. I mean, you can't work with it without gloves because, yeah, Bondo. So I've used Bondo. It sets up really fast. It has significant issues with that, and then it also has a really bad habit of like cracking if you've got it on like a concave surface. So that's why I don't use Bondo. A lot of people love it, but with my 3D prints, I like to use. I prefer to use or 3D prints or whatever I'm trying to seal. I prefer wood glue, even if it takes, 5 to 8 coats. I would rather use wood glue. And I know that's weird. A lot of people like to use XTC or some other plastic filler, but Bondo and I don't get along very well. I learned that from an early age. Wow, this Apoxie Sculpt is nice and sticky. I think this will be enough of a piece for what I need. I'm just kind of trying to incorporate it. You have to incorporate both parts equally. And I'm just trying to do that right now. It feels like angry Play-Doh. This is what it feels like. So I'm going to let it rest, like it suggested. It said to let it rest. While it's resting, I'm going to take a tinfoil. Hello, Mark. Thank you for joining. I'm going to take this tinfoil, and I'm going to start making really long antennae out of it. Just going to keep twisting it. I don't have any wire, but if you don't have wire, that's okay. Just grab some tinfoil and use it like wire. So it's like an angry, this looks like a really pissed off wand. Yeah. But let's see, guys. Is this going to be like the right antenna size? Stream. Yeah. There's my antenna. One antenna. It's totally cool. All right, so I've got one antenna made out of let's see if I can twist this next one in the same exact shape. That'd be great. I don't know. So the antennas are for Tamatoa, because I forgot to make his antennas when I made the costume. I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, that's right. Tamatoa has antennae. Antenna? Oh, I don't know. He has little things coming out of his head. All right, now I'm not worried about the thickness of the. I think I want to make this part a little bit thicker, but I'm not too worried about how thick the tinfoil is, just because the epoxy sculpt's going over it, and so that'll be the true thickness. I just want something inside of it that I can add kind of like a stabilizer. All right, now I think these are the same size. They are! Yay! Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's Tamatoa from Moana. So I'll remove the creative cam real fast and I'll share with you this. So I'm making the antenna for this guy right here. I'm using Apoxie Sculpt for the first time. This stuff feels freaking weird. I was warned that Apoxie Sculpt would feel really weird, so it is not like normal, not like clay. It's kind of like weird Play-Doh. I don't know. I'm more experienced in clay and in foam clay, but for Tamatoa's antenna, I want it to be a lot more stable. So I read online that Apoxie Sculpt is a really good alternative, especially if you're worried about something that's going to be kind of, his antenna are kind of small the way that I'm doing them. So once I'm done sculpting all this, I'll run some water over it to smooth everything out. I'll probably have to take the gloves off when I run water over it, but that's okay. Please let me know if you guys need more light. I can always turn on my lights above. Oh, Apoxie Sculpt apparently gets warm. Cool. So I've already started to get like, stuff smells weird. I have a bad habit of smelling things, guys. Just ignore me. Actually, this is not that hard to work with. Just kind of need to keep smoothing it up more. Make it less bulky. It really is like weird Play-Doh. This is not how I would normally make things, but work with what I've got. It doesn't have to look perfect yet. I just need to get the stuff on it. If I've run out of this batch, I've got a whole bunch more. You guys working on any projects right now? I know, Mark, you were looking for like some kind of laser pistol. I'm curious. Curiosity. And my antennae aren't going to be as thin as Tamatoa's are. He's also a giant creature, so technically his antennae aren't that thin. He's just huge and they're thin. Oh, a Mando build? Nice. Which Mando are you doing, Chris? Or are you just kind of doing different, like armor pieces like me? Like, I'm taking all the armor pieces from the armor from the Mandalorian, and I'm merging it with Merida. Because I like the armor, but then I'm using Mando's helmet because I like Mando's helmet. But I also might be getting a Bo-Katan helmet. So who knows? Maybe I'll just have 2 Merida helmets, or I'll use the Bo-Katan helmet for a Mando Twi'lek. Who knows? I don't know, guys. Like, there's too many opportunities here. Well, that's not too bad. Guys, I might get done with this endeavor faster than I expected. This is a lot easier than I expected to work with. It's only difficult in the beginning. Does anybody else work with Apoxie Sculpt? Not bad. Hey, I'm pretty happy with this. He's got like a little angry crab leg shape to it, which is kind of what crab antennas look like. And I like the texture that the vinyl gloves are leaving on it. Kind of creates like that more realistic look. Ooh. Okay. So I need to set this here, and I need a magnet. Here's where the magic happens. Put a magnet at the bottom here. Cover it with a little bit of epoxy. And then I have a very thin amount of epoxy. Okay. Now, I'm gonna shape this to where it's like that. So I'm gonna wear it on my head. Yeah. Okay. I have one antenna done. Yay! And it can rest right here. This is where it shall live now. There we go. Okay, cool. Well, that's drying, I need to make another one. A giant gold crab-plated costume? No. So, okay. All right. So for Tamatoa, I don't know if anybody's seen my Tamatoa. Have I not shared my Tamatoa? Okay, that's bad. So my Instructables, I did a Tamatoa. Let me see if I can find my Tamatoa. I'm getting pictures of it soon. I've been quarantining to make sure I can do this. But I'm going to share with you guys what the Tamatoa costume that I made looks like. I can't believe I haven't, like, shared this. So this is the costume design that I made. And then this is kind of like what it ended up looking like. Here we go. So I still have some details to add to the side. And then I have a gold cape that's missing here. So, and I have different pants now that are blue. But, yeah, it's my Tamatoa costume. And I did cast all the coins and sculpt them myself, so that was fun. And I put all the beadwork on, and that was time-consuming. But yeah, I did a Tamatoa. But I wanted to have antenna, and then I'm getting a different gold cape because my existing one is problematic. It's really uncomfortable to wear, and I want one longer. So, because I want to be shiny, super shiny. All right. So we've got one antenna done with the magnet in the bottom of it, so that it magnetizes to my scalp. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more Apoxie Sculpt, so let me get some more of this to mix. Me. Hello, Weldon. Thank you for joining the stream today. We've got one antenna sculpted, and we're working on the second one. Using Apoxie Sculpt for the first time. Right now I'm blending the parts because I need more of this. Now I'm going to take my other one. I get these both sculpted in like 30 minutes. The heck, man. I guess we can turn it into a Q&A at the end if I get this done pretty fast. That's fine, right? You guys don't mind a Q&A? You know what's funny is like I see Chris talking about 3D modeling. I went to school for animation, so I did a lot of 3D modeling. And I found that I hated 3D modeling, but I loved 3D rigging. And I loved 3D mapping. Like I liked taking the model apart and creating like the texture map or the object that you could then use to create texture maps. So like anybody has a need for unwrapping or rigging. Hey. But yeah, I definitely did not like modeling, 3D modeling. Which is odd because I like sculpting, which is kind of like live 3D modeling. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I think this is combined enough. I'm going to let it rest for a few moments, and then we'll sculpt it into the shape of the other one. I made this one longer with the extended here and here. And even if they're not exactly the same size, I think that would be okay. Because in nature, antennae for crabs aren't the same size, so I don't think it'll be a problem. I'll get as close as possible. I just realized that like I could do this same method and create antenna for mantis if I ever get back to doing mantis. That'd be cool. I should probably get something to drink. I'm thirsty. Yeah, I know. The rigging and the unmapping are usually the parts that most people hate. And those are the parts I love. And I think what it is I've taken so much anatomy and so many classes and read so many books on like movements, and I don't know. I just yeah. I know. Even my teacher thought I was weird. He was like, "Wait, you like unwrapping?" I was like, "Yes, let's destroy the beautiful sculpt that just happened." I like wreaking destruction. This stuff is super squishy, guys. If you've never used Apoxie Sculpt, it's like if clay and foam clay and like, I don't know, Play-Doh all had a baby. And then it hardens as thick as epoxy is Bondo. So Apoxie Sculpt is an enigma. Just try and get it all on here. Then I can start smoothing it out. Ooh, 6 rigging positions? Cool. Well, you know, if something ever happens to my job, yeah, there you go. I don't know, though. I gotta tell you, cybersecurity is pretty hopping right now. Rolling it like a little rolling pin. Hello, Fabio. Thank you for joining the stream. Oh no. All right, guys. I think it's officially come to the point where I need to start smoothing these out with my hands. I've got the mixing done, so it shouldn't be a problem anymore. When you're combining it, you should not combine it with your hands. But once it's combined, you're pretty good. Just be careful. All right, I'm going to have to fold this one more time and then roll it back out. Make it stronger. There we go. Might have to do that with the other one too. Okay. Yeah. This one's got a little weakness in it. They're pretty much the same in size, which is good. So let me roll this one out a little bit more. Aggressively rolling it out. All right. That's pretty straight. It's really vellum. This one is pretty good. Just want to roll out the tip of that. There we go. And this one has the magnet in it, right? Yeah. That one doesn't. Okay. All right. All right. This one has something stuck in it. Huh. Weird. Okay. All right. Here's one antenna. And then I'll get this one done once I add the magnet to the bottom of it, and we'll be done sculpting so much faster than I expected. But that's okay. What I can do is show you guys some other things that I'm working on this year. Since holy smokes, this working with Apoxie Sculpt was a lot easier than I expected. All right, so I've got the magnet at the bottom, and it's secured to the tinfoil. That's the word I'm looking for. All right. See a weak point here. I'll fix it. Okay. Yeah, I've got my medical gloves right here, but it's done. It's all ready. All right. It's all smoothed. Prepared to dry. Needs to sit here and do its drying little cycle. All right. So I am done sculpting the little Tamatoa antennae. Antennae? I can't say it right. It's fine. Antenna. I swear I'll figure out how to say it right someday. I'll need to make sure I wash my hands after this because that's important. But I'm just going to carefully move this over here and let it dry. Actually, real fast before we do that. Here we go, guys. Moment of truth. Yes, they're the right size. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna take apart this camera rig real fast. And we can sit and talk to our heart's consent because holy smokes, that went so much faster than I expected. All right. Let's see here. Okay. My phone's freaking out because, you know, I had it doing all this for you guys for a while. Leave. Okay. Well, that was a really fast day. I used Apoxie Sculpt with some disposable gloves, and I created 2 antennae for Tamatoa. For the attachments, I used very small Neodymium Magnets. I am not going to get them very close to my screen because we all know what happens with magnets in technology. And I will be using my Bond band that I have here that wraps around my head to attach things to. This thing's really cool. It has, they gave me some little ears that are super cute. And you basically just slide in some magnets into these like little pouch areas in the back and stick it on, and the magnets are strong enough to go through a wig. So you can put the band underneath a wig and then throw on the rest of it on top. So that's really nice, and that's actually a reason why I chose to have those, because I got tired of wearing stuff over the top or trying to like get clear bands or string to try and hide how my ears or other things were attached to my head. I've had to sew in stuff. I've had to use wire. When I did my Leafeon ears, I used wire. It was crazy. So since we actually have 15 minutes left, I did start a few minutes early today. Probably why I cursed myself with finishing a few minutes early. Do you guys have any questions, or would you like to see anything, or would you like me to talk about my plans for the year? We've got 15 minutes, so let me know. I'm gonna get some coffee. Coffee. Coffee's good. If you guys aren't aware, I do also sorry, my my nose is freaking out. Oh, Mando. So Mando hit a standstill just because I work in cybersecurity, and I just got so stressed out for my job and stuff that I stopped working on Mando. However, I took the week of my birthday off to finish Mando. So Mando will be done by, let's see here, when is my birthday? Mando will be done by January 31st. And I will basically, my plan is the Cause Talk Live that we have scheduled for the 31st, I want to wear that costume. So I have everything ready. I have I do have the chest piece. I always put this together wrong first. Hang on. There we go. So, sides. Okay, I'm trying. This is not easy to do without it being glued, guys. But, yeah. Here we go. I think it's actually worn up higher, but it's fine. But yeah, Cyanox Studios made this. I have the upper part to this too that goes up here, and I have the. I had to put all this together and sand it and do a lot of work. And I have the shoulder pieces for it too. I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be pretty awesome, and it's going to. Honestly, I'm really excited about Mando Merida being done on the 31st. So I will have a Mandalorian that I will be wearing at Cause Talk Live on the 31st. What's taking the longest, obviously, is prepping the 3D prints, getting it all glued together, making sure the registration marks meet, getting it all sealed and sanded. Attachments and sewing aren't too bad, but yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I'm excited to have a Mando. I've always liked Mando, and I've never I've made one for two other people, but I've never done my own. Weird. It's just strange, but okay. Here, let's see here. Let's change the music here. So the music we're listening to is from Monster Cat, if anybody's asking. I use Monster Cat Gold. They have a bunch of music, and if you want to stream and listen to music and play it, you just click on music safe for streaming, and those artists will pop up, and you can even set it into your profiles where music will never play live that isn't safe for streaming. So hey, it's awesome. It's only like $5 a month, so cool. I'll totally do that, you know. Yeah. Let's see here. If you guys aren't familiar with it, I have a website. Let me go to my website. I'm like really slow today. This is fine. Well, I mean, I sculpted really fast. But this is my website. Yay! And I've been updating it recently, so I have some more tutorials in here. I'll be adding even more soon. I'm going to be doing some smaller tutorials. I've got a lot of build walkthroughs in here, but I'm actually going to start doing more tips and tricks for tutorials. I've got some foam clay, foam scales, and Cosbond from last year, and this year I want to do more with foam clay and talking about the Cosplay Pro materials and kind of creating, tutorials and tips and tricks based on that. I know Amber Bright's helmet. So if anyone doesn't know, Amber Bright Props is currently selling Mandalorian helmets, and they're really freaking awesome. But I already have two. I have one from a friend and the other from the same friend because he was doing test prints. So I got the test prints, and they're actually really good for being test prints. Like, there's a couple things that don't line up, but you just have to sand it and then put it together, and it's fine. So, but if you're looking for something that's resin cast that you're not going to have to do much work to, that all you really have to do is line the inside with some sort of padding and paint, then Amber Bright Props. Yeah. And it's really nice. Let me see if I can pull it up. Can I spell right? I swear I can spell right. All right, so let's get her Mando helmet here. Uh-oh. Her shop's not loading, guys. Oh, no. Okay, it loaded. I was worried for a second. I was like, oh, no. Is the site down? No. Her site can't be down. That would be sad. Let's see here. Where is her Mando helmet? I can't find it. Mark, where's her Mando helmet? I thought she had it, or maybe she's sold out. Maybe it's on back order. They're really cool. All I know is they're like really cool, and I was pretty excited to see her do those. So that was, yeah. Thanks, Mark, because I can't find the posting for Mando Merida. But anyways, if anybody wants to check out my tutorials, you can go to my website, or you can go to instructables.com and look for Thermo Cosplay, and they're there. Currently, I do not have a Thermo patron anymore. I'm only accepting donations. So if you'd like to donate, you click on this little button here, and it will take you to a donation page. I'll show you what that donation page looks like because it just decided to pop up screens on me. So this is the donation page. I don't expect anybody to donate, but if you do, cool, thanks, sweet. It will just allow me to go to more events. It'll allow me, when they come back, it'll allow me to donate more. I actually donate to charity a lot. And then it will allow me to also create more content like this. And I need to eventually upgrade my webcam. It has a focusing problem. Sometimes it's like, and I mean, I have all the light and stuff, and I'm actually about to rebuild my costume room, change it up, get more stable tables because my tables are a problem. As you can see, the camera keeps doing this. This is why I need to upgrade my webcam. Come on, it's not even that old. It's just grumpy. It's so grumpy. So, yeah. Anyways, we're down to about 8 minutes left. Please let me know if you have any questions, or if you just want to chat a little bit about something. If you have suggestions about how I can improve the streams from week to week, please let me know. I'll take them into consideration. I am all for constructive criticism, and I like to grow and change and make it easier for all of you too. For those of you who are just joining us, we did we did actually finish sculpting the antenna. I can't say it. I give up. The head horns. So that happened much faster than I expected. Oh, wow. My camera is so pissed at me. It's so angry. I think it's just got, like, I've already checked everything. I think it's just the model I bought is mean. Anyways, so what I do plan on doing, because I don't think conventions will return until sometime late August, maybe even September, since we have to hit 80 or 90% vaccination depending on what strand is most prominent in what area. So I am working with Cause Talk Live still. We are doing more guests. Tomorrow we're talking about wig dyeing, styling, and manipulation. If you're not familiar with Cause Talk Live, please go take a look at it. We actually have our own website now, and it's really cool. There's 4 of us that present on there. It's Jinx Cosplay, Ambrose Cosplay, myself, Thermo Cosplay, and Keychan Cosplay. We've got all of our live streams listed now. So if you missed any, you can just go straight to our past streams. You can watch them on the site here because they're embedded, or you can go ahead and click on it and go to YouTube. We also have some bloopers, which are funny. Like Yaya Han falls off a chair and we say buttholes instead of buttonholes. Oops. And then we also now have forms for guest application and suggestions. So if you want to check out my other endeavor, which is Cause Talk Live, please go take a look at it. But we are kind of coming to a close today. Next week, that's Saturday, right? Yeah, it's every Saturday, Sam. It's the 23rd. So next week's the 23rd. That's the day I'm supposed to have a photo shoot. We've been putting this off for like 2 or 3 months now because we wanted to quarantine and make sure everyone was safe. We found a remote location, and we have a plan to do this shoot without actually making contact with one another. It's going to be the photographers setting up all of the lights, and then them stepping away, me setting up all of my props, and then them taking photos from quite a distance. So there is a way to do this, but I've been very cautious just because I don't want to risk giving anybody anything. And photo shoots weren't important, but this particular costume, Tamatoa, I can't get good photos of it on my own because of the size. So I sort of need help. And I do actually have props like gems, like huge cardboard printed gems. I'll look like I'm in an underwater cave treasure cove. So here's hoping that it doesn't get pushed back again, because it's been pushed back a lot. After I finish Mando Merida, which I'll have at the end of this month, and like I said, I'll wear on Cause Talk Live on the 31st, I will be doing Talit from ElfQuest. I've been an avid ElfQuest reader since I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, and it's time I become an elf. So, yay. Yeah, staying healthy, and I mean, I'm very lucky that my job is completely remote now. As a matter of fact, my company even said that while they want people to come back at the end of June, it's not a requirement for my division, because we're actually more effective and efficient from home than we've ever been before. Probably because we have a bad habit of just talking to one another. But yeah, my husband also is remote, so yes, ElfQuest. So my next costume is going to be Talit from ElfQuest, and I'm doing her like middle-aged costume. Not like her, I don't even know how to say this, but I'm not doing her newest costume just because I don't like my midriff showing. but I am showing, there we go, there's the photo. Okay, sorry, her photos of her are oddly enough difficult to find, and I have all the books, so that's not a problem, but this is the version of her that I'm doing. I actually have most of the materials. I need to order a really fluffy orange wig, and I need to order the fabric for the pants and the poncho, but I have everything else. So I have boots, and I have fur, and I have string, and I have foam for her accessories, and I've got stuff for her armor. So yeah, pretty excited to do this after Mando Merida. I just seem to keep doing characters who have orange hair. I'm doing Nora Valkyrie, who has orange hair, Mando Merida, who has orange hair, Talik, who has orange hair. It's just orange hair characters are apparently my thing. I did actually put it to a vote for what Mass Effect character I'm doing this year, and the result was Nyreen Kandros. I have a hard time saying her name, Nyreen Kandros. And she's a Turian, badass Turian, and I'm figuring out how to do that now. So because I don't want to cast anything, I actually want to sculpt her whole facial mask with foam clay. So yeah, I'm getting like a ski mask, and I'm building it up on that, and then separating it with magnets and zippers so that I can just kind of peel off her face if I need a break, and it's going to be interesting. But anyways, thank you all for joining me today. I will show you the results. I have to wait 24 hours for the Apoxie Sculpt to dry before I can paint it. So I'll let it dry for 24 hours, and then I intend to paint it this weekend. So hopefully I can paint it tomorrow afternoon. And once it's done painted, I will just do a quick little live video on Facebook, hopefully tomorrow, maybe Monday, and show you guys what the antenna look like and how they work. And then next Saturday, I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and stream with you guys, doing some sewing fixing on Tamatoa. After I tested the fit and walked around in the costume a little bit, I realized that there was the armor is a little too loose, and there are the gold coins. The gold coin fabric is real finicky, so I need to do some other stitches. But yeah, next week we'll just do the final touches on Tamatoa. I'll do my photo shoot, and then the following week I'll run through all of the work I had to do with Merida, and we'll talk about the things involved with creating that. So the next 2 weeks are going to be Tamatoa touch up and Merida walk through all the things I had to do, because I've been documenting it. So thanks everybody. Have a great Saturday. I appreciate you joining me.